That's not the right song. That's the that's what you call the Back to the Back.
Back to the Future, which is composed by Alan Silvestri.
Alfred Hitchcock?
No. Back to the Future starred country western singer Marty Robbins and former vampire Christopher Lee. I recall that.
Former vampire.
Yeah.
Dang.
You know, Christopher Lee, who used to be a vampire and then became a wizard, but before he did that, he was a scientist.
Oh my god.
That's a play on the actor who played Doc, whose name was Christopher Lloyd, and I said Christopher Lee. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
everybody. Hi, guys. It's us, the boys from the Grand Slam. It's me, your host, Edgar. And I am here with my two lovely co-hosts, Mr. Robin Machuca and Will from South Texas.
Hi.
Hello.
Are you eating a donut and talking? Oh God, it's so sugary.
It sounded like you were choking like at mid sentence.
I was just making a fucking sound. God damn.
How's it going over there, Robin? Thank you, Robin.
So how are you two doing? How are you guys doing?
That one got me good. I don't know why. Just how you guys doing? This is comedy. This is what you people come here to see. This is what you paid the big bucks to see. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to release the tigers out of the cage, and we're all going to run around. I'm just kidding. We don't run. But Edgar, ask the question again.
How are you two? How are you guys doing? How are you two doing? Very nice.
We've gone to the well too many times with that bit. We're totally coming back to this bit again in the future, Robin. It's a me and you thing, okay? But I'm doing fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. It's gonna be okay. Edgar, I have a question.
Here now.
How are you? Well, this conversation was going nowhere. Edgar, I have a question only because I'm watching the stream and you, unlike Robin and I, Robin and I are actually stationary, deep fried memes. So we actually don't move.
Yes.
And
we talk
in this tomb of dankage.
Yeah. We actually don't eat. Although we do drink heavily, unrelated. And I have a question.
Yes.
Our sustenance is tears.
Yeah. Mostly our own.
Yes.
But I have a question for you, Edgar. What are you drinking? Because I see you moving in the video.
Yes.
And you are drinking something which I can only conjure ideas of what it might be. What is your beverage? And before anybody asks, we are totally not sponsored by whatever this is. Okay.
So, I have more than one beverage with me because usually I get parched whenever I'm speaking during the show. So, of course, I finished chugging this drink of water when we were doing the pre-show, and so I finished with that. And right now, I have for later, I have another bottle of water. I have a soda, which is a Mountain Dew Code Red, Not sponsored. Maybe sponsored.
Code Red for all of the gamers. You can do things when you're drinking the Code Red that you can't do on normal Mountain Dew, such as Robin.
Such as leaving Ohio.
Yes, you can exit Ohio on the Code Red.
But the drink that I'm drinking right now, because I went a bit of grocery shopping today, bought some small stuff and snacks, and I saw this because I like to drink this thing. It's like a weird smoothie. It's it's Bolthouse Farms Green Goodness. It has 13 servings of fruit per bottle. It's 100% fruit juice smoothie. It's got antitoxin C and vitamin B12.
Are you just reading the?
Well, let me show you what's in this smoothie. It's got spirulina.
It's got shmee,
green tea. It's got no. That's not what it has, Robin. Robin, no. What are you speaking?
And the Batman symbol. It has all those things.
It has spirulina, green tea, broccoli, spinach, barley grass, wheatgrass, garlic, Jerusalem artichoke, Nova Scotia dulse.
That would be
iron.
Jerusalem artichoke.
Oh, Jerusalem artichoke. I thought it was two different things.
Jerusalem. And in the feet of ancient times, and upon England's mountains.
And of course, it has iron, magnesium, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, and vitamin C,
as well as Shklee, Klo,
and that is of course a product of Luxembourg. Officially the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, a landlocked country in Western Europe.
Yeah, it also says
by Belgium.
It says it also has apples, pineapple, mangoes, one third of bananas.
The official sponsorship of Luxembourg.
But this is the bottle right here. It's like a pretty big bottle. Hear that?
The official sponsor of Luxembourg, plus at all other small principalities. So Andorra, Monaco.
Stop it! Stop it!
But yeah, you could get this like at HEB or a Walmart or wherever your local grocery store has. Maybe they have it.
Not sponsored.
I'm not sponsored.
We're not sponsored. Neither Edgar nor Robin or I individually nor collectively as the Grand Slam, we are not sponsored by this beverage or its company.
We're not sponsored by it, but hey, maybe in the future we do, because I'm not gonna lie, I like this drink. It's a pretty good drink. It's supposed to be like, oh, you serve it to other people. No, it's all for me. So
what's the smoothie?
It's called Bolthouse Farms, and the flavor is
coming for you, V8.
I thought it was Udawalla for a second.
Udawalla?
Udawalla?
Udawalla? Whatchamacallit?
Udawalla is another smoothie company that I think they're trying to be Australian. I don't think they're actually from Australia.
Oh, so they're just from New Zealand.
Yeah. Oh no.
We're coming for you. I like New Zealand.
New Zealand. Never been to New Zealand.
Yeah. Udawalla was an American food product company for selling fruit juices, smoothies, and food bars, founded in Santa Cruz, California. Go Santa Cruz.
They also have smaller bottles for this. So
we are definitely not sponsored by them. But if you do happen to get them, I would recommend to try them. They're really good. Anyways, we have we got the big movie we're gonna review, but before we do that, I wanted to discuss about this because I
I'm personally excited about this when I've heard about it and who's behind it. And they just released a trailer for it. And this is James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Not
I think we're talking about two different things.
what are you talking
God
about?
damn it, Robin! Did you watch the wrong thing?
I'm excited for James Gunn, Liechtenstein, the movie, coming out in 3 days. And it is a documentary, a 14-hour documentary about Liechtenstein by James Gunn.
A 14-hour?
It is not like Showa, but it is kind of like Showa.
What the fuck are you talking about? Stop! Edit out all of this, Edgar. Also, what was the director's name?
James Gunn.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about Tim Gunn. Make it work. I thought we were talking about it's French, Projet Runway. I thought we were talking about that.
That's staying in.
Yeah. Don't be so upset. That's staying in. Yeah, it's staying in. Want to know why? Tim Gunn reference. That's why. This is what's gonna fucking break up the Grand Slam. I swear to God. Fucking just Robin being a dick.
God dang,
Anyway.
Robin.
Yeah. What?
So we have a movie trailer called The Suicide Squad that just aired today. It is a it is a reboot of the original one that came out in 2016.
Wait, I'm sorry. It's a reboot of a movie that's not even a decade old.
Yeah, because
the original one was that bad.
It was garbage. Oh God!
They gave James Gunn basically freedom to do whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah,
he had full range on the story, on everything.
He had a good. They gave him a budget, like a huge ass budget.
This was after Disney fired him because of the whole Twitter thing, even though he since apologized for his behavior from then. Mm-hmm. They have then rehired him because now he's doing Guardians of the Galaxy Chapter 3. But they had fired him, and then WB hired him to do this, and they gave him free range to do whatever he wanted. Mm-hmm. But then now Disney rehired him to do Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So
he's also doing the the Peacemaker TV show for HBO Max. Yes. And there's movies coming.
Is that a show about the gun?
No, it's one of the characters in Suicide Squad.
Oh, Peacemaker.
Yeah,
the Single Action Army, the Peacemaker.
Peacemaker is the one that's played by John Cena in the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy with the toilet on his head?
Yes. Yeah. Big toilet on his head.
So does that mean, because apparently James Gunn said that only 2 characters are going to survive from this movie?
Oh,
I bet I know who it is. I know. Anybody want to put bets down?
Oh. I didn't think he said. I didn't hear that it was gonna only be 2 people. I thought he said that don't expect everyone to survive. That's all I heard.
He later then said it was gonna be 2 people left of the squad itself. I think it's gonna be John Cena's character and Margot Robbie.
Here's what I'm thinking. Robin, can I see you in the kitchen real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll be right back, Edgar.
Okay.
Hey, what's Margot Robbie's character's name?
Margot Robbie plays Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, right.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Because I couldn't remember. I thought it was Vanessa Clown. I couldn't remember. but don't laugh too loud. Edgar will hear.
Oh,
Okay, we gotta. Okay, get the giggles out.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Harley Quinn. Got it. Okay. Hey, Edgar. Yeah. Hey, Edgar.
Hey.
I kind of tripped back there.
Yeah, he's got 3 left feet. One of them's hanging off the side of his face. Anyway, I think Harley Quinn is going to live because icon. Also, I think Sharkman.
Oh, King Shark?
Nope. That's not what I said.
Oh, okay.
Sharkman.
Shark
is going to live. Sharkman is going to eat everybody else.
Sharkman's going to even eat King Shark? But I didn't know Sharkman was...
I don't know who King Shark is. We don't know her. But Sharkman's going to do some work. Also,
yes.
John Cena has to live because isn't he the world heavyweight champion of boxing and rugby or something? No. He does a sport.
No.
He's in WWE.
I don't think we can say that because I think it might be copywritten. So Edgar, all we can say is WW.
He participates in theater wrestling.
Hey, you put some respect on that.
Hey, and I do.
It's
entertaining. I really like it. But
wrestling.
Even the wrestlers themselves say it's basically theater.
Well, I like my soap operas to involve large, sweaty men who use, and I mean this, gallons of baby oil a night.
Oh my God.
That's how they glisten. It's how they glisten under the lights. Gallons of baby. I'm amazed they can actually wrestle each other because of how slippery they are. But that's why they have to use the chalk on their hands so they can actually get a grip.
I'm surprised a lot of them didn't just spontaneously combust.
It has happened before. It has happened before. We don't have to get into the history of it, but back in ancient Greece, the Olympics, people used to just boom. That's why at the Olympics to this day we have the torch to remember them in how they died, which was a fire, a big fire as a result of an orgy. We can only assume.
We can only assume.
Only assume.
So, Suicide Squad.
Yes,
Suicide Squad.
So yeah, I think Polka Dot Man is gonna survive. I think Peacemaker's gonna die because I think that the Peacemaker show is gonna be a prequel.
That'll be really funny if Polka Dot guy is the one that survives, because he was like the one who's very content that we're all gonna die.
Yeah,
in the trailer.
He was like, he wants to die, and I was like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? I'm like, I want to see.
I mean, when you're named Polka Dot Man,
yeah, it makes fun a lot.
That wasn't even his first choice.
Yeah.
He wanted to be Striped Fellow, but it was copywritten. He was like, I guess I'll be Polka Dot Man.
Mm-hmm. Also, King Shark is voice. I thought Taika Waititi was gonna voice King Shark, but no. It turns out it's actually Sylvester Stallone.
Really?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Sylvester Stallone. He's voicing King Shark.
Oh,
how? It's not really him.
Yes, it is. They just announced it.
No.
Yes, it is. You could go to IMDb. Go to IMDb, and it's him. It says it's voiced by him.
My good sir, and I will see it there.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, Sylvester Stallone as King Shark.
What did I tell you, boy?
Stallone provided the voice. With Steve Agee was the on-set stand-in for the character.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
But who voices Sharkman?
I don't.
It says here a guy named Tim.
Yeah.
He does good work.
Yes.
And also, Robin, you're wrong. It isn't Taika Waititi who is the standee for King Shark. Yes, you did. Yes, you
said Steve Agee.
I heard you say Taika Waititi. You know this. Wow, you see,
Martin Scorsese is going to win Best Director at the Oscars. That's a callback.
God damn it!
That's a callback to last week's episode, and I urge you all to watch it. Also, shameless plug for ourselves. We are very close to getting affiliate, so give us a follow and a subscribe or whatever it is.
Give us a follow on Twitch, guys. We're almost there.
Find your friends, guilt them into following us. Do it. Get your grandmother signed up for Twitch, and just have her watch us and be very confused, like who are these people?
Yeah.
And what the fuck?
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I forgot I had the other headphones plugged in.
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was?
We're gonna turn into Adam Sandler from Hubie Halloween. Would you like a little soup?
Oh my god, no!
That's a callback to Discord movie night. Which, if you aren't in our Discord, don't worry, we'll plug it again later.
Yeah.
To wrap up the trailer.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Can I say my favorite part about the trailer?
Yes.
My favorite part about the trailer was that Robin, what was Margot Robbie's character's name again?
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, thank you. Was that Harley Quinn was fine. So in the very beginning, in the trailer, you see that she's fine, and there's this team of assumably ragtag individuals, and some of them think they're heroes, I guess. John Cena's character is wearing a toilet on his head. Although actually not so much a toilet, more like a C-rate stormtrooper helmet. Anyway, and they go to rescue her, and she's fine, and she goes, "Oh hey, how's it going?" Or however the character speaks, and they were like, "Oh, we're here to rescue you," and she goes, "Oh, I can go back inside if you really want to rescue me." I thought that was good. Also, big shark.
Yep.
Big shark.
I like that the big shark ripped one guy like in two pieces, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I think that's probably the climax of the movie is the shark.
Maybe
being angry.
Well, I think maybe the climax is what they show at the end of the movie, which I was not expecting they were going to bring that DC villain in, which is his name is Starro. He's basically he's a giant.
No, Spyro's a dragon.
No,
I don't think he's part of that universe.
Starro. His name is spelled Starro. He's a giant. Basically, he's a giant star, like a starfish, and I think he has abilities like he could throw other like little stars at people to mind control them, or something like that.
I'm sorry. Is this literally just that fan fiction of SpongeBob where Patrick Star is like 90 feet tall and evil as fuck?
You mean the one that Stefan keeps posting?
Yeah. Stefan, if you're still watching, and I think you are, can you post in dank memes some of that disturbing ass SpongeBob fanfic comic? Yeah. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, like you definitely should join the Discord because Stefan at some point is going to post some of that shit, and I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. But like, anyway, is that who it is? Is that what it's based off of? Is Starro just Patrick but evil?
No, Patrick, but evil is Star. It's based off Star O.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because Star O is like one of like their like an old like classic villain of theirs, which is it's a really weird villain. And I never
From
thought
the 1910s, where we didn't even have latex or spandex, so we couldn't have superhero suits. We've got big ass Star.
He's like what, like controlled by the Peter Capaldi,
By the communists.
that I don't know. All I know is he's actually like an alien being that comes from like outer space. He has the ability to control minds.
Yeah.
So he's like.
By the way, I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be infinitely better than the original one.
Oh yeah, it's hard to be worse than the original one because the original Suicide Squad was it was one of the reasons I stopped watching a lot of DC films because I was like, you know what, I'm done with the DCU. Fuck this movie. I'm tired of this shit. And you know, some movies brought me back. And when I heard that James Gunn was directing a Suicide Squad movie, I'm like, I mean, he is the perfect fit to make a Suicide Squad movie. And if they gave him full range to make it rated R, do whatever the fuck he wants to do with it, how much he wants to do with it, and I was on board when I heard the cast and what he's doing with it, and then seeing the trailer and having fucking Starro in the fucking trailer. Hell yeah, I'm excited for this one. It comes out August 6th, both on HBO Max and theaters.
Yeah,
which is gonna be this is gonna be the reason I get HBO Max.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I want to watch this.
All right.
Okay. Unpopular opinion, and I can already tell.
Uh-oh.
I didn't hate the first Suicide Squad.
Uh-huh.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine.
Okay.
But I also am not a huge DC fan in general.
Okay.
So, is this what breaks up the Grand Slam?
Yes, certainly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured. But I thought it was okay. I'm happy that they got Margot Robbie back. Also, what was the dude who played the Joker?
Jared Leto?
Yeah, Jay Leno. Jay Leno's performance in this, in that movie, I don't like him.
Good, thank you. Okay, at least all right. I will forgive you with the. I am.
Robin sounded very scared what your answer was gonna be.
Yes, I was because. Jared Leto's terrible as Joker.
Really, really bad.
I think actually he might just be terrible.
Like, no, yeah, he is
as a human being.
He is.
Possibly as a human.
I
think he's actually from Nanglar 3. I think he came here as a child. Basically, it's a reverse Superman. He destroyed his own planet and then came here. As opposed to his planet, something, people, kryptonite, something, Batman, something, blah, 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 Jared Leto. Or Jay Leno. Are they the same person?
They are not the same person.
Chat or YouTube. if you're watching this on YouTube later, are Jay Leno and Jared Leto the same person? I think they might be. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you. But
yeah, Jared Leto fucking sucks at the Joker. And then they brought him back for the Justice League Snyder Cut. Oh my god!
Did you see that one yet?
I don't have HBO Max. I've only seen the scene Right. I've only seen the scene with Jared Leto.
We will. I will suffer. Well, it's not. No, I wouldn't say suffer. It's not that bad. The whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it's 4 hours long. I don't want to. Yeah, it's like you sit through it once and you're like, No, this is good. It didn't have to be 4 hours long, but
yeah,
like it's good. It's not bad.
yeah.
We can watch it. Not tonight. I don't want to watch it tonight. We can watch it another time.
Unrelated but related.
Yeah.
Why can't we just have Mark Hamill do a live action Joker?
I would say yes, but he's just too old.
Okay, okay. Fucking, we had
Maybe no. Here's an idea.
Batman. Pardon me.
No,
We had Batman where we had a whole cartoon series where Batman was old and there was young Batman, right? It was not Batman, but it was Batman.
I was gonna say maybe if they did a live action Batman Beyond movie, and they were to bring back the Joker, then you would have Heath Ledger, Mark Hamill. You would have Mark Hamill be the Joker, but it's an older Joker.
Wait, no, better idea still. Mark Hamill is Joker. Michael Keaton as Batman. Make him reprise his role.
Well, there is rumors that he is coming back for the Flash movie as the actual Michael Keaton as Batman.
Oh my God, yes.
It's gonna be like the Flash is supposed to be like traveling through different universes. That's why Michael Keaton's coming back as Batman.
They need to bring back fucking
Jack Nicholson?
George Clooney.
Ooh.
Because George Clooney had nipple Batman.
Nipple Batman. Nipple Batman.
Nipple Batman. Nipple
Batman was amazing. Also, we need that Robin back. What was
Robin?
See. Batman and Robin 1997 film. Who played Robin? George Clooney. Yeah, Chris O'Donnell. We need Chris O'Donnell back as Dick Grayson / Robin. Anyway, because that movie was beautiful. Ooh. Also, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. let's just remake all of those movies shot for shot with the same cast of characters, as long as they're living. R.I.P. Alfred. But
I forgot he passed away.
Yeah, R.I.P. Alfred. But like, fucking get me back Danny DeVito as the Penguin. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I honestly really liked Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
The thing is, he was dog shit at that role, but it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like a train wreck hitting an ice cream truck, hitting a paint factory. The colors, the sounds, the spectacle of it all. You wanted to look away, you couldn't. The accent. I don't know why the train has an accent. It's the European train, exactly. So it goes choo choo.
My name is Thomas the Tank Engine.
This is my friend Gunter.
I'm sorry. Speaking of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I just saw a clip from Family Guy where it's Arnold Schwarzenegger without an accent, and it's just like, this just sounds worse than Arnold Schwarzenegger doing his lines without the accent. It's like, it looks like a tumor. It's not a tumor. You just imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger's like look, but then his voice is just, it's not a tumor.
Gosh.
Oh God, man. But yeah,
now
get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
I don't know why he's getting more and more depressed.
Everybody, chill.
Chill. Come on, one more time.
Come to me if you come with me if you want to live.
I'll be back.
Hasta la vista, baby.
No, that one he has an accent, but he was very hateful.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Put the
so
cookie down now.
put the cookie down. Okay, I feel. Have we said everything we've wanted to say about the Suicide Squad trailer?
Yeah,
we got way into
Yeah, we were done with that quite a while ago.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
y'all got anything else going on? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, let's get to the review. Am I right?
Yeah. So as we said last week, we saw Coming to America, the first one, and we all reviewed it. We all really enjoyed the movie, and we did it because, as you can see, what we're reviewing today is Coming to America, the sequel to Coming to America.
Or we can just to make it easier, there's Coming to America, and then there's Coming to America 2.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that movie came out this year in 2021, I think like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. And so we, I know Robin saw it like before any of us.
I saw it the day it came out.
Yeah. And then I saw it.
We got a badass over here. Fucking, I saw that the day it came out. It's like, okay, well, we didn't.
I know. I'm just saying. I was just saying, like, that's when I saw it.
And then I saw it last night. But
I saw it 45 minutes before we started. I don't know why I'm using this voice.
Yes.
For the rest of the segment, I'll talk like this. I'm not going to, by the way. That's not happening.
But yeah, we're talking about Coming to America, and Robin, why don't you start us off with Coming? What do you think? Give us your quick thought.
I thought it was. I feel like this is another movie because it's such a recent movie where we don't really have to talk about it that much because it's a very generic story. It basically almost copies the first movie, except it's a tad different. The only difference is that it's not in New York the entire time; it's in Zamunda the entire time.
I don't know why, but I always felt like it felt like they were taking a small premise from the first movie and just stretching it out for how long.
The best way I could describe this movie is like in overall of talking about it. It reminds me a lot of Ghostbusters 2. It's there, it exists. It's not good, but it's also not bad.
Okay, well, we have a different opinion about Ghostbusters 2, and I don't know why you insist on bringing this shit up. But I'm jumping in. Yes. This film is just a series of callbacks, right? And it's like they made a storyline to make all of these callbacks, and they said, let's just get all of the cast we can get to come back to do these characters that we loved them in, and let's do a shit ton of callbacks, and we'll make it funny-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I was gonna say, it wasn't funny as the first one, but it got some laughs out of me. Some.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The one part that I kind of enjoyed is because I saw Wesley Snipes was like for me was like, okay, I like him because I liked because I don't know why recently, like with Wesley Snipes with Dolomite and then with this one, he has this very exaggerated character he plays, and that's how he was in Coming to America too, and I was like, okay, it's very silly, but it wasn't like something that I thought was like always amazing, but. Yeah, this movie, like it had Sure, there was parts that I was chuckling in, but I just felt like the movie was, especially towards the end, it just felt like it was dragging on, and the situation like around like the middle or the end of the film, it felt like it was going on for too long. That I'm like, it could have ended at any moment, but they kept on going because movie. And
okay, I just want to say that I do not believe Wesley Snipes was the best part of that movie. I thought he was good. Leslie Jones was the best part of this movie. Okay?
I honestly enjoyed Leslie Jones in this.
Leslie Jones was amazing in this movie, but I just love Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
Also,
honestly, she was probably the only reason why like I kept watching the 2016 Ghostbusters movie, because I actually kind of enjoyed Leslie Jones' character. Other than that movie is garbage.
No, see, we have a differing opinion on that too. Is it the best movie I've ever seen? No, but no, it isn't.
For a Ghostbusters movie, though,
I liked it. I thought,
but
it was, but we're not talking about the ghost, but we're talking about Coming to America. And it's that it's that Luxembourgian Liechtensteinian and the smoothie. I have a lot of things about this movie. I just think there's a lot of gold in here, and this movie didn't make me laugh. It made me smile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's callbacks. It's all callbacks from this classic movie.
I would
the callback of Colin Jost as Mr. Duke, a descendant of the Duke brothers from Trading Places.
Yeah, and that goes back to the first movie too, which then
and that's a callback within a callback, right? So they put a lot of layers in this film. They got back except for the Queen of Zamunda,
I think
the actress died. Yeah, she died. So like they had James Earl Jones, and they were like, "All right, we're gonna have James Earl Jones. We're gonna have him right from the beginning, but we've gotta get him out because it can't be about King Jafar. It's got to be about King Akeem Jafar, right? So we've got to make Eddie Murphy king. But like, they had him at his own funeral, alive. That's amazing and hilarious. And all the people they had for his funeral,
fucking Morgan Freeman.
They had Morgan Freeman, In Vogue, Salt and Pepper, and all of these are like, 80s and 90s like hits. They had Gladys Knight, the 70s. So it's like this huge like musical talented range from like when James Earl Jones was like the king, right? Also, Rick Ross was one of General Aziz's soldiers. Like that was Rick Ross, the really heavy. He's not really heavy set. I'm not coming for Rick Ross like that. Rick Ross is a bigger man, but he's he's a rapper. He's an entrepreneur, a record executive. But he was one of the soldiers, and I was like, I was watching it, and I was like, I think that's Rick Ross, and I had to Google it. And he's like, yeah, that's Rick Ross. Like they also had like there's just a lot of Trevor Noah as the news anchor. That was funny.
That was pretty funny. I did like that. There's like a lot of small things like. And I'm agreeing with Will. Like this movie did make me smile the entire time.
Yeah, and I guess I guess I'm more indifferent with that. I don't know, because I never had a full attachment with Coming to America. Like I never, because especially last week was my first time watching it. So I'm like, I get some of the things.
You don't have nostalgia for it because you never watched it.
Yeah, I never had really big nostalgia with it, but like there is points where I was there was parts that I chuckled, but like through the whole film, I was just like it felt like it was just dragging the entire time, and I'm just like, just get it over with, just finish it up, and so I guess because like that's why I was like with Wes, because I'm like, I don't think Wesley Snipes was like the best part of it. I just like the way he's been acting in these movies lately with Coming to America and how he is in Dolomite. But
I think it's also just to make it like the reason why that this movie exists is because I feel like it's Eddie Murphy slowly trying to get back into what he was known for. Because like for the longest time he's been like in really just bad comedy movies.
Oh yeah,
bad family movies. And then when he came back with Dolomite, then he returned to Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And then now he's doing this, and it's like, are we going to finally see some comedy movies that we have seen before? I mean, he's in talks of doing. They said that after they finished filming Coming to America, they were going to start filming Beverly Hills Cop 4. So I'm like 100 like down for this next chapter in Eddie Murphy's life. Mm-hmm. So
and it's interesting. It is interesting seeing that. Like, I'm happy that he's back because I think because it kind of felt weird because I did like him in Dolomite. It felt like he was actually trying this time.
Oh, Dolomite was goddamn hilarious.
Yeah. And especially since it was because I was starting to get into a lot of Rudy Ray Moore movies that they made, and so I can see like how much Eddie Murphy was really inspired by Rudy Ray Moore, and so. I'm like, yeah, he actually is trying now, like after like a long time of like these shitty movies he was making. It's like he's getting back on his feet, and I feel and I understand him making Coming to America because it does show, because they do show like bloopers and stuff at the end of the credits set. It looked like they had fun on set, so
and I'm reading into it. He also helped write the story to Coming to America.
Yeah, because I think it said there on the credits, but but it did look like that they had like the cast had fun with it. It's just that I'm like, I don't know. It's like I kind of hope we see more instead of doing sequels or remakes of his old films. I'm kind of hoping they do more of like what they did with Dolomite, like new or other comedy films, because Eddie Murphy is really hilarious. He's really funny, and I want to see him more in those things.
I was also just glad that we were able to see Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy just return to do another movie together.
Yeah. Also, I gotta give props to Eddie Murphy because that man, I think he's like in his 50 or he's like 60 or something, and he looks fucking great.
He is 59. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Arsenio Hall. Like I just saw. What was Arsenio Hall? He's 65. Arsenio Hall is 65 years old.
Yeah, and they look great.
I know.
Like, holy damn.
Yeah, it's great. Just send this in chat. But no, I'm really excited for Eddie Murphy's future.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we'll see. Well, what do you think, Will, for the future of Eddie Murphy films?
I have several thoughts. I actually have a question.
Yes.
Because I think y'all are putting something on Eddie Murphy that I don't agree with. Y'all said he was doing bad comedy movies.
No, I mean of recent, like because his last movie before Dolomite Is My Name was Mr. Church from 2016. Yeah. Then he did 1,000 Words, which I'm sorry, 1,000 Words is not good.
It's really bad.
I never saw that. I thought you were talking about like Daddy Daycare, because Daddy Daycare is a classic from my childhood.
I said, good. Like no, I'm agreeing. I really think that his last good movie was Shrek 2, and that was in 2004.
Yep.
As a comedy, but now you got to wait a minute here because his he was in I'm scrolling.
Are you saying Dreamgirls?
Dreamgirls in 2006.
And yes, and I'm talking specifically comedy movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also, he was in Tower Heist, which wasn't bad.
I mean, but that's
good,
not
right? It wasn't like good.
It's not an Eddie Murphy movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
no.
yeah, he's in it, but it's not like with it's not like Haunted Mansion or Shrek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But also, and this is something I actually have a question about. Didn't he have some like family issues or something?
I think
he was going through some stuff. And look, obviously I'm not a wealth of knowledge about Eddie Murphy's private life, right? I don't know anything. But like I thought he had some stuff happen. I don't know. I thought I remember reading something like that. But that Dolomite in 2019, and then he did something, right?
Dolomite. Hold on, I'm trying to get to it.
Dolomite, and then
Dolomite, and then it was Coming to America.
Yeah.
Oh, those were the last two.
Yep.
Okay.
Because it was like
in between then was when he hosted Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Ah, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, in 2019, he was also in the TV show Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. So, I mean, he's got some really good screen time there. And in 2010, he played Donkey in Donkey's Christmas Shrektacular.
For television, from 2004, 2007, and 2010 for movies, TV, it was all donkey roles. For Father of the Pride, Shrek the Halls, and Donkey's Christmas Spectacular. God.
Oh, God.
And let us not forget his musical career.
Father of the Pride is a 2004 through 2005 American animated sitcom created by Jeffrey Katzenberg for DreamWorks Animation.
We don't got to go into that. Do not read this man like that, okay? Don't read this man like that.
Isn't this the same guy? Why does this sound familiar?
Oh, who knows?
Oh! That's why he sounds familiar. He's a film producer, and he became well known for his tenure as chairman of the Walt Disney Studios from 84 to 94, during which the studio reinvigorated its live action and animated divisions, as well as producing some of its biggest hits, including The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and The Lion King.
Mm.
So he's important.
Get this man a medal. Anyway, back to movie Eddie Murphy Coming to America. Yeah. Oh, hey, and fucking the director was the same for Dolomite and Coming to America as both Craig Brewer.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
See.
And Craig Brewer directed Hustle and Flow in 2005. So there we go. Anyway, sorry, I actually coughed there. That wasn't fake. Do we want to? I'm an old man. Do we want to talk about the movie like in order? Or do we just want to like give highlights of like what our favorite parts were?
I would say highlights because this movie is just so straightforward.
Yeah,
it's literally about him becoming king, finding out he has this illegitimate son, so he brings his son back over so that he can become the next king.
Yeah, and along the way, he forgets that he has daughters, and he's like, "Oh, I don't."
Okay, he doesn't forget. Like he makes an active decision to like follow his dad, who was like a 20th century man, and be like, No, the monarch of Zamunda has to be a man because it always has been, and he has daughters, and he's like, yes, the leader of Zamunda has to be a man.
Yeah.
But also, and like low key, okay, so he made bad decisions, right?
Mhm.
But like Wesley Snipes' character is a warlord, right? Like that's the character he's playing up.
He's supposed to be playing like General Izzy, Iman's older brother and leader of Nexidoria. So that goes back to the original movie.
Mhm.
Right, because Colonel Izzy's daughter was supposed to marry Eddie Murphy. But like and okay, but like Colonel Izzy in the first one looked like a colonial colonel, like, and his son, played by Wesley Snipes, looks like a warlord.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like the dad passed away, and then the son took over and just changed completely the government.
Mhm.
Right, but like, so he's a warlord from, and the name of the nation is Nexdoria.
I just,
as in,
God damn it!
door.
I just now fucking caught on.
Yeah.
What the fuck? God damn it!
Yeah, Nexdoria. Anyway,
Yeah.
and like he's straight up threatening Zamunda with war unless one of Eddie Murphy's daughters marries his son, who's like a cross between a warlord and like, I don't know, like
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah,
that's what he looked like to me.
Yeah, like a pimp or something. He had like a walking cane. It's a whole thing, but like, and so Eddie Murphy, being like a good dad, is like, I don't want my daughters marrying your son. And he goes like, then Wesley Snipes is like, oh well, I got a daughter. Oh no, wait, you don't have a son, and that's like a dig at like machismo, needing a son, blah blah blah, right? But then obviously he finds out, oh, I do have a son. Thank you, Semi, as played by Arsenio Hall.
I forgot this character was in the fucking movie. All right, you finished up, Will. I'm sorry, because I forgot about this.
So then we get the great flashback, right, where it's like Semi, as played by Arsenio Hall, gets to say, you might have a son, and he's like, no, because I have only ever loved my wife, Lisa. And he goes, actually, the thing is, not so much, because remember when we went to all the bars and they did like flashback shots, right? And and all of the good ones where it's like all the bar scenes from the original that were hilarious, and then they get drunk and Leslie Jones and it's like, oh, Leslie Jones, like, sucked it to him. And
which they did a really good job in terms of the digital effects to make them.
Yeah, their de-aging was actually really good.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was really good, right? Like, you can say a lot of things about like, okay, the negatives of the movie, but the flashback sequences were actually done incredibly well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they used film from the original movie to help that. They were like, cool. Here's just scenes, and we'll pull it back a little bit. Like,
I'm also glad that they brought back Louis Anderson to replay his character too.
Yes.
And he's now the manager. I didn't know this, but he was the manager of the Zamunda restaurant.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
He completed his story arc.
Yeah, because one day he wanted to be manager.
Because that's when the big bucks start rolling in.
Yeah. What was it? See, I can't do Louis Anderson. I'm Louis Anderson. There's the voice.
I used to be where you guys were. Mopping the place, but then I got to grilling, then doing the fryers, then I will become manager. And that's when the big bucks start rolling in.
Yeah. That's just it. It was so good. I'm so happy they brought him back, and it must have been like he probably could have done all of his scenes in like one day, but like so good. And Lisa's father, Mr. McDowell,
Yeah, and
what's
he's
his
back.
name? Cleo. Yeah, he's back. And
Yeah.
again, not for a lot of scenes, but like it was funny.
Yeah, he
Like,
was there
his
for like
stuff
the
was
beginning
good.
and towards like the end of the movie.
John
Yeah.
Amos.
John Amos, thank you.
He's 81. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, I mean, James Earl Jones.
He's like in his 90s, right?
Yeah, James Earl Jones is 90.
Really old.
So
Oh, I didn't. Wait.
He's up there.
Mm-hmm. But,
And
Jones received an honorary Doctor of Arts degree from Harvard University on May 25th, 2017.
Suck it, Yale.
Nice. He also received an honorary Academy Award in 2011, and a special Tony Award for lifetime achievement in the theater in 2017.
Nice.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Hey, let's have a round of applause.
Round of applause.
James Earl Jones. All right. Oh.
God. That was Edgar falling there at the end.
But yeah, I all of the flashback stuff's great, right?
One of my I forgot. So the part that I forgot that I thought was really great. So I'm a sucker for some cameo stuff. Like I think sometimes they can be good. But my favorite one was, I mean, not just the Morgan Freeman one was good. I just like how when he was wiping away like tears at the end. But my favorite part was like it was closer to the wedding part of the movie. In the end, where Dikembe Mutombo, the basketball player, is just there. I just thought that was fucking great. I was like, "Oh my god, it's Mutombo!"
Yeah,
he's gonna block the pass and go, "No, no, no,
no,
not in my house." Oh god. But Dikembe Mutombo in Coming to America 2. That's great.
Yeah, no, they had a lot of great cameos in this movie. And you know, they like the new characters like Tracy Morgan as the uncle.
I like Tracy Morgan.
They bring Louis Anderson back. Gosh, what is her name? Linnell as Lavelle's aunt. You know, they just did a great job. They brought back all of the barbershop guys, you know.
Yeah. They even had there was a there was somebody, they had another newer like young person that was getting his haircut. He looked familiar.
Well, I don't even know.
I don't know. I may honestly just be like, I just can't remember, because I know, like, you know how in the first one they had a very, very young Cuba Gooding Jr. in like one of his first roles. He's just in the movie, and he's getting his hair cut, and then he makes some like jive remark to be like just like the barber people, and they were like, "Yo, whoa, that was uncalled for," or something like that. Just get out of my chair, get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, because they're talking about they're like yelling. They're like somebody comes in or something. I guess Eddie Murphy's character comes in and like yells or says something, and he goes, "I need to find this person," and they go this way, and then he leaves, and they go like, "This jive motherfucker," he might be the king of Africa, but I'm king in this barber shop. And they're like, "Hell yeah, you are!" And like they keep saying things and going around, and then the guy in the chair says something along the lines of like, "Yeah," and like, "and the flies," and they go, "Man, you can't joke about the flies. That was uncalled for. Get the hell out of my barbershop." Like, and it's like, yeah, you can't joke about the flies. There's a lot of flies. There's like something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I was more. I guess you guys were more nicer to this movie than I was, because I don't know. I there were parts that I kind of chuckled at. like those small snippets and stuff. But like overall, I just felt it dragged too much. Like I just wanted it to be over for me. I don't know. It felt it had some moments, but I didn't feel like it had a reason for this movie to be made.
Like I will say like it when I when I watched it and finished it, I'm like, yeah, I'm good to not see this a second time. It's not like, to me, it's not bad. It's a nostalgic trip. Like it is. But and I'm like, I was just I'm on the same boat as Will. Like I was smiling the entire time. And with the question, did it have to be made? No, but I'm not upset that it was made. It's just, I feel like it's another movie it's a movie to help make Eddie Murphy comfortable in being roles that he's familiar with, so that he can make new movies that are similar to that of coming to the first Coming to America, to Beverly Hills Cop, stuff like that. Like,
yeah. Hopefully this leads to like newer movies he makes that hopefully he shines in them.
I am excited for Beverly Hills Cop 4 because I think there's a rumor that they would be bringing in John Cena into it as like, let me look this up. But like
I've never seen the Beverly Hills Cop movies.
They're watch 1 and 2. 3 is fine, but I'm excited for it. Future, the 4th entry in the series was initially announced to be released in the mid-90s under the production of Eddie Murphy's production company, though this never came to fruition. Then later, in 2016, it was announced that Adil El Arabi and Balil Falal were hired to replace Ratner as co-directors for the film. In September 2018, the filmmakers expressed their interest in having Tom Hardy or Channing Tatum cast in supporting roles. So I'm guessing they're going to be like the side characters that would help Axel Foley, like the previous characters did in the original 3 movies. So when you watch it, Edgar, you'll get it. Of who I'm talking about. And this is where I said that I'm excited that they're actually thinking that they're going to make it, because it says in November 2019, in October 2019, Murphy announced that principal photography will commence once Coming to America has finished production. In November the same year, Paramount Pictures announced that they had licensed the property to be distributed by Netflix, with option for an additional sequel thereafter. By May of 2020, after delays in the filmmaking business caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, Arabi and Falal confirmed they are still attached as co-directors, and that a new screenwriter was working on a new script for the film. And that's the last we've heard about it. I'm just excited that it is finally getting worked on. So, and I am fucking ready to hear that famous theme of Beverly Hills Cop again, and it coming on Netflix, and they're open. They are open to doing more sequels. So I'm like, fuck it, hell yeah, let's do it. I love Beverly Hills Cop.
And the theme from Beverly Hills Cop is, of course, bum ba dum bum bum ba da dum ba dum ba bum ba da. That's it. You can't drop the next notes. It's copyright.
Oh, can we do the whip?
Yeah. You can whip.
You can nay-nay.
Oh, you can't nay-nay. That guy killed a man.
Damn it.
You can only say you can whip, but you cannot nay-nay. Or actually, it might be that you can nay-nay, but you can't whip. So, unless we're talking about whipped cream, in which case you can whip and dollop. All right, you can dollop a little bit. Dollop a daisy.
Shall we say our ratings for Coming to America? since we pretty much wrapped up on it.
Yeah. Let's start with Mr. Will. What are your overall thoughts and ratings of Coming to America?
Of Mr. Coming to America. Yes. Mr. Coming to America, I thought did a great job. No. But Coming to America 2, the second one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's running on the coattails of its predecessor, right? Like this is a nostalgia movie. And so, earlier, Edgar, you said like you thought maybe Robin and I were being perhaps overly kind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I talked about a lot of like the upsides of the movie, but there are downsides, like the whole bit in the middle where the son is like learning how to be a prince and all that that dragged on. And there's things in this movie. When I saw that this movie was like an hour and 48 minutes, I was like, really? Like we're almost 2 hours into this. There's some drag, but the nostalgia factor keeps it up for me. So, like, I think last week I said that Coming to America, the original, got like a 4.5 stars, maybe even 5. I honestly don't remember. It was good. It was solid, right?
Yeah.
This is like a 2.5. Because of the nostalgia, right? If there was no nostalgia factor in this, probably a soft 2. It's not bad, right? This isn't Blood Beat bad. Like I'm not mad I saw this. I'm not mad that you made me see this. Yeah. This isn't one of those movies where I'm like, why? Why God? Right? So like it could never be a 1, right? But like 2.5, giving it a 3 would be, I think, a little too much. Like it's not a 3. So, 2.5. Nostalgia factor keeps it up. And Reggie Watson, sexual chocolate. All right. We are family. I got sexual chocolate with me.
I'll be honest, like I was waiting, like when is he gonna show up? When is he gonna show up? And then he shows up at the end, and I got excited.
This boy's good. Good and terrible. If you can't beat him, and then they're all clapping along, and his singing's still not good, but like people were like, you know what? It's not that bad.
Yeah.
So there's my ratings.
Yeah.
For the movie.
Not bad. Mr. Robin, what is your overall thoughts and ratings on Coming to America Part 2?
I'd have to agree with Will. I'd say I'd give it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. It's, and like I told you, Edgar, I don't think Will was here to hear what I said about it, but like it is. I am not upset that this movie was made.
Yeah.
But I would not want to see this a second time. But when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, no, I just had a smile on my face almost the entire time. There were a lot of scenes where it just seemed like it didn't really need to focus on that or anything like that. And there's a lot of scenes where it was just kind of like, can you just move on? But other than that, it's the nostalgia that keeps me there. And it's a movie to, if you've seen the first one, I'd say give it a watch once and then that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thing.
For me, I would say I didn't hate the movie. I don't think it was like the worst thing we've seen. No, it's just I don't have the nostalgic factor for it, so I never really had. I had chuckles. There were moments that were like, okay, it's not bad, but others just were like sometimes the comedy just fell flat, or like especially towards the end, I was like, I thought the movie was gonna end at a certain point, but then when I paused the film because I had to go do something, I saw that I had like 20 minutes left. I'm like, are you serious? And and it's like it just felt like it was a premise from the first movie they took, and they tried to stretch it as much as they can, and that's kind of for me. It's like this. I wasn't mad watching the entire film. I was just like I was kind of like tired and kind of bored with it, and so but it's like if you are a fan with it, if you're someone who grew up with Coming to America, or like you have a big nostalgia for it, you're gonna get more out of it than I ever did. But so for me, I probably give it like I'm very iffy it, but I'm gonna stick with this one. I'm gonna give it 1.5 stars. That's what I'm giving it.
This is what broke up the Grand Slam. No, I'm
Yeah,
I was expecting it. I was expecting at least a 2, but
yeah, I was. I'm. It's like for me, it was like I was very iffy. Like give it a 2 or a 1.5, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna stick with my guns and just give it a 1.5.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, that's the review.
Oh my god!
But that's not the rest of it. We still trying to get down Edgar's cadence on how he does the ending of that.
Of course, yes. Robin is right. We ain't done yet. We got one more segment, which is our untitled segment. Idea.
Roll the thing.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry. We need to take a moment because did you just like have an old priest and a young priest come and exorcise a demon out of you?
Jesus Christ.
I was holding that burp the entire time the segment intro was going on, and I'm like, I can't hold it in no more.
How dare you? How dare you, Edgar?
I'm sorry. It's a burn. Oh god.
This is what broke up the Grand Slam.
And this day was the day the Grand Slam broke up. They never played in any concerts anymore, but some say you could hear them in the wind.
Mama.
All you hear, this is all you hear in the wind. You just hear.
I was humming the theme song to Coming to America.
Speaking, I don't know what language it's supposed to be. I think is it Swahili? I don't know. That's gonna bother me so much.
But you know, since I started the last episode because Robin was very hateful, we're gonna go again. Will, what have you recently played, watched, seen, etc., etc., etc.?
Well,
etc.
Well, frankly, my dear, I don't think that's any of your business. No, but yeah. No, that build up for nothing was just so good.
You just say you say silence and then like it's like goes on for like a minute and then you're like 5 stars out of 5. Just like wait, you didn't even fucking say anything, Will. You just give a rating. That's it.
5 stars out of 5.
God damn it.
Cyprus, officially called the Republic of Cyprus, is an island nation in the eastern Mediterranean Sea. It is the third largest and most populous island in the Mediterranean and is located south of Turkey, west of Syria, northwest of Lebanon, Israel, and Palestine, north of Egypt, and southeast of Greece.
Right.
And if y'all are watching this and you don't know what's happening, you should have been here for the pre-show show because it's a reference. All right. What have I been up to? I've been watching. I'm talking, Robin. I've been watching. I've been watching a series. It's an older series called Allo Allo. It's a British series about the French Resistance, and it's a comedy, and it's quite funny. They do a lot of, like, in the beginning or at the end of the episode, the main character will be talking directly to the audience and be going, "You may be wondering why I am wearing a Gestapo uniform. Well, you see, I run a cafe. The colonel of the army is German, and he is hiding a copy of the Madonna with the big boobies by Von Klopp.
Damn it.
And I also have a forgery of the Madonna with the big boobies by Van Klopp. One of them is going to go on a train in a knockwurst to Hitler, and it's zany comedy. And there's, like, the French Resistance woman who shows up and goes, "Renee, you must listen carefully. I will only say this once." And, like, that's her opening line every episode. "I will only say this once." It's funny. It's, like, from the 80s, I think.
Okay.
I think it's from the 80s. And it's on Amazon Prime.
Ooh.
So, it's funny. If you like British comedy, I've just kind of been in a British comedy thing recently. I watched Still Game, which is a Scottish show, and I'm watching Allo Allo, which, even though it's French, is actually British. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. Hey, Robin, what shows have you read? What games have you watched? Have you been playing any television shows, etc., etc.,
So
etc.?
I said this during the pre-show that I watched the first episode of the Mighty Ducks TV show, and I mean, we already know that Coach Bombay is in it because he's in the trailers for it. So it's really just about the Mighty Ducks exists as like the best hockey team, young hockey team in that region. And this kid gets kicked out of it and he and his mom start a new hockey team to basically let people who have been kicked around to finally get a chance to play or something like that. Yeah, the premise is there. Does it have the same, like, feel good feeling as the other three Mighty Duck movies? So far, no. It is just the first episode, so I have to cut it some slack on the first episode. But it's I don't know. It's in the middle, which is not a good thing for a Mighty Ducks movie for me. Like, that's where, even though it's a TV show, but it's I'll keep watching it. We'll see what happens. I do like the kid in the trailer where he says, "I don't have a hockey body, I have a podcast body." I do like some of his quips at least for a kid. Like, for comedic timing for a kid, he's pretty good. And like I said, because it's because he's a kid, so it kind of works.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's what I've watched recently. And really quick, I'm starting to play Subnautica, and so far it's pretty good.
Ooh.
All right, Edgar, what have you seen, watched, read, listened to, etc.,
etc. etc. Did I do it right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Edgar, I swear to God.
Edgar, are you doing my bit?
No, I was drinking.
Oh my God. Well, Edgar, generally, now I see you. See, there's a delay. Now, generally, when you go to drink something, you need air sometimes. Oh my God, Edgar, you're really guzzling that drink. See, there's a delay. I couldn't see you before. Wow, you drank all of Liechtenstein's smoothie.
Looks just like I got two things. The first one, I finished playing Uncharted 4, and I gotta say, it's overall the Uncharted series pretty damn good. The gameplay's like not the biggest or out there as like other games, but the story itself pretty damn good. It's a really damn good story. And it concludes in a good way, and I overall enjoy the entire series with that one. So that's what I played. But what I've been watching and what I saw recently, it's a new Amazon show that came out recently. Actually, it came out yesterday, technically, but it technically came out today. And it's a new show. It's an animated show. It's called Invincible. It is written by, I forgot his name, but he wrote the comics for. Is based off a comic called Invincible, but he also wrote the comics for The Walking Dead. And the
Vince
art,
Gilligan?
Not Vince.
No, that guy did
Something
that guy did Breaking Bad.
Something Kurtzman.
Robert Kirkman. I don't know.
Where's his name?
Steve Buscemi.
Oh yeah, Robin, you got it right. It's
Robert Kirkman.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, but yeah, he's the one who wrote this comic, and they adapted it into a TV show. And the art style is very similar to how the Young Justice series looks. It looks like if it's like a cartoon from like Cartoon Network or that, but without spoiling anything, there is a lot of twists and turns. And I was like, because I've heard of it before, and I've heard like people recommend the comic, and I'm like, you know what, let me give it a watch. And then I watched it, and not gonna lie, the first 3 episodes got me really hooked. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm kind of hoping in the future I do want to do a mini episode on this show. That's kind of how hooked I am with this show right now. I really want to talk. I want to discuss this show itself. But if you have Amazon Prime, I recommend Invincible. Go check it out. Every Friday a new episode comes out, and they only have 3 episodes right now. And I believe they're only going to have 6 episodes. But that's what I've done. And I guess, boys,
Wait, before we sign out.
Yes.
If you're watching this on the YouTubes, why don't you comment down below? What have you recently seen, watched, read, eaten? I don't know. It's a pandemic. Literally, give us a comment about anything you've been doing. You know, tell us how you is. Also, join the Discord. I told you it would be coming back around. The Discord. There's the link. Here's the YouTube.
Yeah.
And
you want to be part of the community, guys, you want to like get the information first, or you want to get the stuff here, you could go and join our Discord community. Or if you weren't able to catch the show right now and you came in late, don't worry, we're gonna have it uploaded later in the future on YouTube and on Spotify, since we're also on Spotify. I know
we're on Spotify.
We're on the Spotify, and we have one of our previous episodes that I just uploaded yesterday, so you could put it on that, right? You could watch that right over there, and you could also watch the YouTube videos from previous over there too. Sorry, I do need to fix the Nightbot, add more stuff on it, which I'll do later on this weekend.
Hey, you know what? It's okay. Nightbot knows. Nightbot cares.
Yeah.
And we've been up for about 2 hours now, Soppy Carnivore. Anyway, yeah, so also, if you've got any friends, family, You want to get grandma into watching Twitch with you because it's a pandemic and let's get weird. Help grandma make an account. Have her follow us. Does she care about?
Yes.
Does she care about coming to America? Does she like movie reviews, but with just a little bit too much cursing from time to time? Well, we're her people. So let's get us to affiliate, and then I will play me some Minecraft, where we get to mine and craft. I've never played. I really wanna, and
this
until we get
time-
affiliate,
Yeah.
I can't.
And this time we are actually going to stream the Minecraft once we get to 50 affiliates. And we got that. And I know we talked about it last stream where we have an episode where we just profusely drink more and more as the show goes on. That we have the poll over there. You can vote on the poll. It's still on the Discord, so join the Discord, guys. And with that, I think that's all we have to say, unless any of you two got some last words before we got to head out.
Quaid.
And with that, everybody, thank you. Thank you all for watching. We love you all, and bye-bye.
But imagine if there was no accent, it was just Quaid.
Quaid.
Save
Quaid.
the world.
I gotta save Mars. I gotta go save Mars. Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.